Grounded 2 has just launched, and with this, Obsidian has also given us a roadmap looking into the future because it is another early access title. Apparently when it launched on Steam, it didn't say that, which is a little bit cheeky, but it does now. So you got to remember, Grounded 1 launched in early access, which means it was about 2 to 3 years until 1.0 actually launched, and that's going to be the same case with Grounded 2. However, we do have the roadmap, so we can kind of see what updates are coming and what's going to happen in the future in certain months. So if we're jumping straight into the roadmap, we're going to be looking at the fall update. Now, if you're unfamiliar with what months these are, this is generally September, October, November. So we're going to be probably looking at October, November to give the devs more time to actually cook the update properly, because I usually don't think they're always going to release it in the first part of that window they give you. It's usually in the middle or near the end, most likely the end though, just to be on the safe side. So around November 2025, we should be getting the fall update, which for the park, it says we're going to be getting Axel recipes and Axel's Arena. So Axel's Arena will be a brand new location within the park. It sounds like it's going to be cool. Maybe you're going to have to do certain challenges to fight some bugs. And when we do that, we're going to get a lot of cool new recipes, which is absolutely awesome. For features, we're going to be getting a building grid, which is very nice. It's a big quality of life improvement alone, just having a building grid. Especially when you can build such a bunch of big bases in this game, like base building is one of the main features. So getting a building grid is a must-have realistically. Various other quality of life improvements, obviously we'll know what those are closer to the time. Then we have buggies. Now, hot pouch on buggies. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Grounded 2, buggies are your mounts. You can actually get a whole bunch of bugs now that you can use as mounts in the game, starting with the ant and a couple of other bugs later down as you progress through the story. We don't have a hot pouch on them at the moment, but this is being added with the fall update. Then we have creatures. They're adding a brand new creature in the fall update, which is the Axel Park boss. So they're going to be adding a boss to the game, which if you haven't played Grounded 1, the bosses was some of the best fights in the entire game. One of the best features about Grounded 1 was the boss fight. So to see that we're getting more bosses already with Grounded 2 in the first update is going to be absolutely awesome. So with the Axel Park boss, we are also getting some more progression, which here it says Axel armor and Axel weapons. It'll be very cool to see what these look like, especially with the armor sets, because a lot of the armor sets are very cool with Grounded 2. I absolutely love the way they do it with it's like a weird class-based system, and then obviously you've got all the weapons too. The weapons themselves are always great in Grounded. There's like a really cool sugary candy sword in Grounded 2 already, and it just looks absolutely amazing. We're then going to get building furniture as well, which is the Axel furniture. So as you can see, everything about this update is literally just focused around Axel's Arena and also getting Axel armor, furniture, that type of stuff. There will also be a few more languages added for language support, which is kind of cool. Then we have the winter update, and this is usually December, January, and February. Now, this is going to be where the game should be verified for the Steam Deck. It even has crossplay as a feature they want to add as well, including the ROG Ally, which is partly owned by Xbox, I believe. So just a usual update for handheld stuff. Then you've also got another update to the park, which they've actually crossed out the name here. They don't want us to see which location it is yet, but more will be revealed as time goes on. They want to build hype around these updates, especially when they release new areas in the park, because it just brings in a lot more players, especially while we wait for 1.0. Then we're going to have a lot of features. They're adding playgrounds, which are going to be interesting. I'm not familiar with what playgrounds are, if I'm honest with you. But if anyone knows a bit more about these, then let us know in the comment section. We're going to get Sour 2.0, which is going to be quite cool. Peeper 2.0, it's like when you use your hands for binoculars and you can see things about the bugs. Having a 2.0 is quite weird though, considering it seems to be working fine in the game. Maybe it's just a few more features about telling you about the bugs in general. Coziness, for some reason, we're going to get coziness in Grounded 2. Then we're also getting some improvements to other buggies as well. Firstly, we're going to actually get access to a ladybug buggy, which in itself is going to be absolutely amazing. We love the ladybugs. They're just one of the best creatures in the game. They're just so cute and adorable until obviously you hit them and then they get really angry. But that's going to be cool to see that we can use those as a buggy as well. We then have the peeper on buggies, which is again using the binoculars. It's weird that that's not a feature already, but it is early access, so I guess it's okay. Quality of life and interaction improvements. Again, just more quality of life and stuff. Just your usual update stuff, realistically. We're also then going to be getting a bunch of new creatures, and this is where we're going to get access to the cricket, earwig, and new variants for existing insects. Now, already in Grounded 2, there are a ton of really cool new insects compared to Grounded 1, and getting some more is already a good sign. Crickets and earwigs, I know a lot of people hate earwigs, so I feel so sorry for you, but it's cool we're getting new insects already as it is. Then we're also going to be getting some new tier 3 equipment. Now there is tier 3 equipment in the game, but having more is always better. But the more there will be for people to do in game and just play around with. Tier 3 Omni Tool unlocks as well, that's fantastic, which means we can access more resources. Then they're adding some new building stuff too, which is Mushroom Set 2, new furniture, and new base defenses. Now the base defenses are cool because we already have turrets in Grounded 2, so getting more base defenses will be absolutely awesome. Then we're going to be moving on to the summer update, which is going to be in June, July, and August. And here again, we're getting a brand new map area, which again, they've crossed out the name, so we can't see what's happening there. Smoothies 2.0. Well, we love the smoothies. They're just always good for helping you. Swimming 2.0 is going to be interesting as well, so I'm guessing it's going to be somewhere with the pond or like the water area for the summer update. Zip lines coming back is absolutely amazing. I know a lot of people absolutely love the zip lines from Grounded 1, so seeing them returning Grounded 2 is fantastic. Then you can see buggies. We're getting watery buggies, which is going to be cool, but then they're adding new watery creatures as well. So you can just assume that they've crossed out the name of this place, but the fact that they're adding Swimming 2.0, watery buggies, watery creatures, and water equipment and watery bases, this whole update is around the water area of the map. They kind of didn't even need to cross out the name for this place just because of the fact that, well, you kind of spoil what's coming with everything else in the update itself. So we're getting watery buggies, watery creatures, new tier 4 equipment. That's going to be awesome. Tier 4 Omni Tool unlocks, which again is very awesome. Water equipment's going to be interesting. It's probably going to be like flippers to help you move faster in water. Breathing equipment and stuff again, like in Grounded 1. Watery bases sounds fun though. I want to see if that's just building on the water or underwater. It'd be super cool to get some underwater bases this time. I think that'd just be like super, super cool. I'd love to experiment with something like that. That'd be awesome for Grounded. Now, all of these updates so far will take us to August 2026. Then we're looking at future plans. Now, they've crossed out the name of 2 areas, and as we can see for the pattern so far, they're releasing a area per update, which means we're probably going to be getting another fall update and another winter update, meaning that 1.0 is going to probably launch around February of 2027. Now, if it doesn't launch then, it's going to be a bit later, but that's going to be probably their main goal for the full 1.0 launch. So do expect that. It's going to be basically like just under 2 years until 1.0 has launched if you are going to be waiting for 1.0. If that's the case, then that's totally fine. You can do that. I actually prefer with these early access games to actually wait until 1.0 comes out, because I find you end up playing a bit too much with all these updates, and then by the time 1.0 comes out, you're a bit burnt out and you just can't be bothered. I get it. Wait until 1.0. It's probably going to be the better way to do things. But let's check out the features and the other systems that are coming with the game. So we're getting passive mutations, which are very cool. Just mutations are basically just perks. So the fact you're getting passives, awesome. Active mutations 2.0, I'd be interested to see what they do with that. That's later down the line though, so I think they're waiting to hear about player feedback of how the mutations are currently working and seeing what they can change. Then we have more new buggies, buggy mutations, buggy customization, and buggy progression. I don't know what they mean by buggy progression. That's going to be a very interesting one. But the buggy customization is going to be very cool. I think everyone just loves being able to customize things, especially with your bugs. If you could put like armor on there that you can customize and do all sorts of cool stuff, that's just going to help players enjoy the game more. Then we're going to get new creatures, new park bosses, and new colossi. Now, first of all, colossi sounds absolutely nuts because it says new park bosses. So colossi are creatures bigger than the actual bosses. These are going to be huge, like raid fights, basically. And that's going to be absolutely awesome. I can't wait to see more of those. We get new armor, new weapons, Omni Tool unlocks, and new archetypes. Obviously, that's just a part of like every type of update. You expect these type of things. You expect new armor, new weapons, Omni Tool upgrades, and even new archetypes. It's going to be very cool to see them actually adding more types of weapons and armor. I like the fact that they've actually announced that and said that what we have now is not the base ones. What you have now is only the base ones. We will be adding more in the future. That's fantastic. New building materials, new buildings, customization, base moving. Base moving is an interesting one. That's going to be fairly difficult to move an entire base, but I would love to see what that's like. That's actually going to be such a huge feature for a lot of players starting now and coming back with 1.0 in the future, because you can move your starting base or whatever and just be ready to start playing the full game once it's out. Then, of course, we're getting a whole bunch of more language support too for like Arabic, Korean, Polish, Russian, Thai, traditional Chinese, and Turkish as well for those who are interested in that. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Grounded 2 Early Access Roadmap. So again, we're getting a fall update, we're getting a winter update, a summer update, and then most likely a fall and winter update. taking us to around January, February 2027 for the full launch of Grounded 2. That's when I suspect 1.0 to come out. Obviously, things can change. It is early access. They might decide to do a different update. They might listen to player feedback and then slow the progress of these updates down. Loads of things like that can happen. Expect January, February 2027 at the earliest for 1.0, but it can be delayed, obviously, because of whatever happens. Anyway, guys, I'm sure we were playing it on stream. So far, we've actually been playing Grounded 2 on stream every night since launch. So make sure you come and check it out. We stream at 7 p.m. BST every day. Come and check it out. Come and enjoy some Grounded with us. Come and help us out. Make some fun. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. But thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to watch this Grounded 2 video. If you like it at all, please make sure you actually click the like button below and subscribe for more daily Grounded videos. And I will see you in the future. Bye.